Yes, people, welcome to another episode of the Red Pitch Podcast. I'm your host, Cav. Today I'm joined by D Dubbz. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, King? Been all right, yeah?
Yeah, man. All good, man. Well, yeah. kind of. But listen, before we continue, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep with the continued support. It's much appreciated, man. But listen, we got to start off with my boys, man, because my boys are dropping like flies. It's getting techie. Martin Odegaard injured yesterday.
How do you feel about that news? How do you feel about that news, man?
Listen, man, like any other Arsenal fan, I had my head buried in my hands, just in shock, because it's something that obviously no one was really expecting. To be fair, I'm surprised that he even played both games, because he actually picked up a knock in the Brighton game. So he wasn't 100% going into these international fixtures. It was even touch and go whether he was going to play or not. Obviously, he's played. Freak accident. They're saying it could be just an ankle sprain. It could be ligament damage. We don't know. He was pictures of him on crutches this morning. No boot, no compression boot on. Just had his sock on.
When you think about it, that's a good thing, though, when there's no compression boot. But then I'm trying to remember now when Virgil with his knee. I'm trying to remember if there was something around his knee, and I don't believe it was. I remember him. He walked off the pitch. That's why a lot of us thinking weren't that bad. Yeah. But when I saw with Odegaard, he was holding on to, your fitness team to try and hobble off the pitch, but that could be a good thing. No boot, but yeah, you'd have to see. It didn't look nice though from the images that I saw.
He looked like he was in agony. So that, I mean, before I get into the other injuries, I think that kind of puts us in a little predicament now, because in the summer, we sell Emil Smith-Rowe to Fulham, who is our backup number 10. Yeah. Fabio Vieira, who could probably come in and slot in for Odegaard. We send him on loan, season-long loan to Porto. And really, that only kind of leaves Waneri. Now, I know Waneri is young. He's a young lad. Coming into, the next three fixtures, we got Tottenham away, Atalanta away, and then City away. There's a lot of fans out there saying maybe it's too early to throw him in. But you know what, man? I'm at that thing where, listen, if he's good enough, he's got promoted this season for a reason. So obviously Arteta thinks he's good enough.
Yeah.
No matter your age, there you go. If you're good enough, play. In pre-season, in a few games, he played there and he was good. Held onto the ball well. Beautiful progressive passes. Strong as well. Mm-hmm. He's got the know-how to do it. So I think throwing him in a game like this, I think he could thrive, He could exceed a lot of expectations.
The question is, though, when did he last play?
Pre-season. Pre-season was the last time.
During the Prem last season, towards the end of the season, was he playing in any games then as well?
Not really. I mean, he came on against West Ham. Obviously, we trounced West Ham.
Yeah,
and he came on for...
That was probably February. That's probably February.
Yeah. Like February, end of Feb, mid-Feb, maybe at those times. He came on, he got about half an hour in that game, and he impressed. He impressed in that game. The boys were giving him the ball constantly, and he was doing stuff. It was working for him.
As we know, in the first half, I think you lot already annihilated West Ham. So
yeah, it was done.
It probably was easy just to put him on and just do his thing, but yeah, it has been that while since he's had the proper competitive game to try and throw him in against Spurs in the North London derby, I think that's a tough one. That's a tough one because
It's
not
tough,
only is that, I mean, you've got, is Gabriel injured? Is he ruled out, or is there a possibility as well that he'll?
No, Gabriel's fine.
Oh, he's fine, yeah. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, defender Gabriel.
No, you're forward.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry. Yeah,
Is,
Gabriel. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Jesus. He's back in light training, I believe. Whether they'll risk him or not, because it was a groin injury. Whether they'll risk him or not is another story. I reckon, if anything, he'll probably come off the bench.
Because that's where I'm thinking, would he'd probably start with Jesus up top, maybe Trossard behind as a 10, and then put on Ranieri in the second half. See what I mean? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out, if that's what Arteta would possibly do. Because again, it's gonna be very fast paced. It's gonna be very physical. You know, to put on a youngster who hasn't really had any competitive games for a while. It's to dash him in the deep end like that that's big. That is big, and that's why I think maybe
it's tough.
Probably
I mean, it's tough. It could go one of two ways. You can have a disaster, or you can have a Marcus Rashford debut, like against Arsenal, where he was obviously thrown in because of injuries, and then he scored 2 against us. I mean, if it goes bad for him, I wouldn't necessarily blame him. To be honest, like
I don't blame the kid. He's just about to be given an opportunity. Oh, do you know what's even just come to my mind as well? I totally forgot. You lot got Sterling, and Sterling he has played support striker many times in his career. I know he did it at Liverpool. He did it at City. So now I just realised that was probably a smart signing now by your club. He probably might actually be used then as a support striker.
Yeah, and obviously I know there's a lot of fans. Well, not a lot. I'd say a few fans were calling maybe Havertz to go in the number 10, but to me that just doesn't make any sense. I don't think that makes sense to me. I'll keep Havertz up front. Keep him up front. He's doing well there. He's scored a couple goals already this season.
Yeah,
and plus with the height and physicality Spurs have got in that back line with Romero and Van der Ven.
Yeah.
The way Havertz played against them last season, he handled himself quite well. So
that might be it. That could be Havertz and Sterling. It could be that. I believe that could be the partnership. That could be Sterling offering support. Maybe Sterling up top, because Sterling has played up top as well for Liverpool. Yeah. He's played up top for City. So there could be like a pivot there going on. But it depends on what Arteta is going to do. But with Ranieri, I don't know if he's going to give him that starting position yet in such a game. I can't see it. He's a good young talent from what I've seen. Again, it's just no competitive games for many months. Only pre-season? How many pre-seasons only? Did he play amongst a load of them, or
he played in all of them?
All right,
in some capacity, all of them. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, all the games. I mean, this is the season. This has to be his breakout season now, anyway. So he's got to get more. He's got to get more game time to get used to the physicality and everything of the league. I mean, Calafiori, we know he got injured as well on international break.
Yeah, that's the international games for you, man. That's why I'm not gonna lie, I hate them. I hate them because a lot of the times when I realize that with players on my club, a lot of them get ruined when they go overseas. That's why I just hope and pray nothing serious is gonna happen. But well, what can you do? What can you do? I mean, look what's going on with McAllister. He's got a slight knock They don't send him back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They rather keep him out there, and then apparently he's going to be in the game against Colombia. So nothing else we can do. You know, there's nothing else we can do. Even though you feel that a lot of the games are not important, these coaches will still play your best players, man, regardless.
Exactly. And it's a shame as well, because obviously Marino, first training session with us, he falls and Gabriel lands on him awkwardly, fractures his shoulder. So Marino is going to be out until, they said, probably like the last week of October. Probably enter training then. So we might not even see him till November, really, back in full training and playing. Declan Rice obviously got suspended. So I mean, I still think we got enough. We're equipped to beat Tottenham. Obviously, the midfield's a bit light, but Partey, he's coming off the back of two full 90 minutes in a row for Ghana. He's come through unscathed. Looked all right in both games. Jorginho as well, still there. And Zinchenko could come into midfield. Timber can come into midfield.
Yep.
So there's a lot of options.
The question I have for you though is, there's a lot. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it is quite a few injuries to key players. Are you looking at thinking, oh, what's going on here? It's not really a good start to the season. Could this be a sign that maybe some type of luck and fortune might not be with your club this season? Are you looking at it that way, or just thinking, you know what, it's just a one-off situation? But when you look at how many players and specific players they are right now, key, especially, like, do you look and think, oh, is this like a sign telling us it's not going to be what it was last season?
I mean, I've looked at it and like that, and I've said that, like, last season we were lucky, because when it comes to, like, say, Partey or Jesus, they got injured last season, but I kind of don't count them anymore, because
they're your normal. It's like we just knew Ox or Keita, we just knew they were going to be missing for majority of the season. Do you know what I mean? Though maybe one might be at the first part and then injured for the rest, and then the next person will come back. But we just knew never rely on them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's my thing. So last year we got lucky, full season unscathed. I mean, this season, 3 games into the season, and you couldn't believe, you know, the amount of injuries that's piling up after just 3 games. But all in all, like, you know, the defense is still there. The attacking side of it's still there. It's just really the midfield. And like I said, I think we got enough numbers to kind of cope. If we can kind of weather this period, Tottenham away, Atalanta away, City away, if we can kind of weather that period, and then after we got Southampton at home, Leicester at home, Bournemouth. So those are the games that our kind of guys will be coming back into.
Why do I feel that your fixtures?
I think we should be all right.
Why do I feel your fixtures were tougher?
After City?
Yeah, I swear you had like a load of range of like tough fixtures. Spurs.
No.
So Spurs away, Atalanta away. So that's 3 games away, in a row.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And 3 good attacking teams.
Yep. And City's next 3 games are at home. You know, so listen, it's going to be tough, man. If we can get 4 points out of these next 2 league games, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I just realized. So you got 3 tough games coming up. Then there's a small couple weeks, but then after that, you've then got a load of tough fixtures again. End of October, which is again quite a lot. You just got to hope those key players will return, but then again, you won't know until they've actually arrived back in London, right? So you can have a good look at them. But you've got quite a lot of a lot of tough fixtures. A lot of tough fixtures coming up from end of October after these 3 games.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna. You know what? It's gonna be a very. It's gonna be an interesting run up to Christmas. Hopefully, we can stay. We can stay there and thereabouts, near the top in these next few months. I mean, to be honest, to be fair, this is Arteta has. This is where he can really show everyone, right? You know, is he going to be stubborn and try and stick to the same tactics, but without the players to play it, or is he going to now switch it up and show everyone, listen, I can switch it up, show a new dynamic to the team, and you know, still play really, really good football and get results. So, you know, his managerial is going to come into question, I think, in the next month, depending on how he handles the situation. I mean, I don't blame
these
him.
Next 3 games, I know a lot of people who are still kind of skeptical about Arteta. This is where they'll look at these 3 key games and say, is he really this good? Is he good? You know, was it? I thought you were amazing last season, but they're going to be thinking, all right, without all your key players, can you think of a strategy? You know, and like you said, are other players that you've got in your squad capable of keeping that style going? Can they keep that type of energy and pace going? The control in the game that you lot have. I think you can. I mean, I still feel that you have your defenders, which I think is key. Do you know what I mean? I think you lot are solid when it comes to your backline in general. Partey's still there, like you said. He's come through 2 games in a row. He performed in the last game as well for you, for Arsenal. Is it? What was that game? Is it Brighton? Was that the Brighton game?
Brighton, yeah. Brighton.
So he played in that one as well. So again, you've got that base. I think you'll find there. It's just Saka's all right as well. He had hopefully, if he's not had a bad one tonight, or he comes through unscathed, then I'd say you'll find there. I still feel that you have your core, if that makes any sense. It's just
exactly.
It's the others that add to it. Are they capable enough to step up and do what the missing players are capable of? I think you can do it. Bro. I still feel that you are our favourites to beat Spurs. I mean, defensively, Spurs look so suspect, man. And it's weird because Romero, Van der Ven, they're good defenders. Was it Ndogi? I think he's very, very good. Poro, I think he's a good defender. Their whole back line is decent. I really like them. The keeper's decent, but I don't know, man. That Ange just, I think he's gonna do the same style of play, and I still think you'll be able to punish him. That's me just being honest.
I mean, I'm hoping that Ange is still naive and plays the high line, because against Sterling, Martinelli, Saka, you know,
it's dangerous. And to be honest, even Havertz has been good. He's been good when he goes through on goal. I mean, the lob over the keeper, class. That goal was class. Do you know what I mean? So it's he knows how to make a run. They're very, very dangerous. The club is very, very dangerous up top. So will Spurs do what they do? I think he will. I haven't seen anything different. I'm just going to keep it real. I haven't seen anything from Ange and Spurs to say, hey, they are favourites to win this. They're going to be at home. That's about it, bro. That's the only advantage they got.
I mean, I don't know if Solanke is back. I know he was injured, but I don't know if Solanke will be back. But I mean, to be fair, I don't. In the last couple of years, I haven't feared Spurs. I think we've had the better of them. Apart from obviously last season at home, we drew with them. But apart from that, they haven't really shown me anything to warrant me to fear them. And we know it's a derby; anything can happen. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But listen, let's quickly get onto obviously the weekend games coming up. Game that's pointed out for me is obviously Brighton versus Ipswich. I know Brighton are on extremely brilliant form. Ipswich haven't started too well. I don't know if you heard about the Ipswich goalkeeper. He got sent home from internationals because he was caught with two other players out partying until like 2-3 a.m. in the morning on international duty. So he got sent home. Ipswich now,
some
obviously,
are just not serious, man. Some people are not serious, and that tells you everything. Yeah. When it comes to certain clubs and the mentality of certain players, it's like you're now in the Premier League. You know, Ipswich has been away for more than 20 years. You're now there, but then you're messing up. You're messing up. Ipswich they haven't won a game yet. Yeah. They haven't won a game.
Yeah.
They've only had 1 point. You know, of course, they've had a tough amount of fixtures, like because Brighton are no pushovers either. They've had it tough. You know, Liverpool, City, you know, for their first few games in the league, it's tough. But they got the draw against Fulham, so I know they took the lead. Mm. But that keeper's not serious. The only thing is, Ipswich, of course, they're going to play him because that was on international duty. That's how they're going to see it as. But it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional. Like we used to hear about players going off and partying away back in the day during when they was on international duty or doing a whole load of madness. But we're in 2024, man. Like, how's that still happening?
Yeah.
How's that still happening? Get it in the game. Be serious. You know, show you're professional. Yeah. Stop joking about.
There you go. I mean, you know,
what country do you play for? What countries do you play for?
Who were they playing? They were playing Kosovo. Hold on, I'll get up right now. He plays. I think it's Kosovo. Yeah, Kosovo. He's their keeper, so you know they're number one at the minute.
Yeah,
I think he played the first game, international duty, but then obviously, you know, the three of them, like I said, got caught partying to early hours in the morning, so they all got sent home.
Home. Even when I think about that now, that could have been a setup. That could have been the plan.
You never know.
Leave early.
You never know.
It's not an important game for you guys. Do your thing, come back.
Yeah,
that could be possible.
Yeah.
In this day and age, I wouldn't be surprised.
There you go, man. I mean, what do you think of Ipswich chances in this game? Obviously, you know they got Liam Delap. I've always liked Liam Delap, man. I think he's a good striker, man. From his days at City in the under 21s, he used to score a lot of goals. Nippy player, good finisher, man.
Good young player. I saw how dangerous he was against Liverpool in the first game of the season. He caused us quite a few problems, to be honest with you. Good runs, technically solid. You know, I think a lot. Well, to be honest, most City players that I've seen that have gone on to do other things, then you can see they're all technically very, very sound. To be honest with you, that's one thing I can say about the City youth setup. I haven't seen anyone that I can say there's no way that individual came from Manchester City, but no, like he is a good young talent. Ipswich, I think, have a very good team. It's just so far the manager he's not able to be honest, they have done well. I mean, they took the lead against City. You know, they gave Liverpool a good battle in the first half. Liverpool couldn't score in the first half. It was 0-0. It's only in the second half you can see the energy got to Ipswich and their players. They just couldn't keep the intensity up. So the manager's got them playing, but they ain't well. It's just they're just conceding silly goals. They're conceding silly goals, and that's what you've got to try and work on. I feel that Brighton, they're good, man. That's
They are good.
And it's crazy because I think to myself, maybe they might have fallen off this season because of my guy Guyan. What's his name? What's the keeper's
Deserby.
name? Deserby.
Yeah.
Now he's got. I thought, oh, maybe the new one's going to come in, take a while, and get going. Bruv, he's now playing brilliantly with him as well. And
listen, they keep unearthing like players as well, man.
They're unearthing players. They're unearthing good managers. Like you've gone from Potter to the Zerbi to now this new young kid, and they're still keeping that development going. So that tells you the setup at Brighton is outstanding. It's outstanding, bro. Do you know? I thought even with them losing a lot of their key players over the season, over the last few years, yeah, you know, of course, last season was a bit of a drop for them because when you lose Caicedo and McAllister, your two main engines in one window, that would make any team, you know, fall down. But they're they have that structure, which is just, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I have to probably say they're probably the best well-run club in the league. Just seeing how it is.
I probably agree.
Mad. It's probably the best well-run club. It's mad because I'm trying to think who else. Maybe Villa, but I would say that's over a year. But I'm just looking at Brighton for the last few years. I'm thinking, no, they're unearthing talents that no one's even heard of. They're getting them cheap. Yeah. They're able to sell them for X amounts of money. They're investing it properly each and every time. The 3 managers now in a row that are just of a good quality standard. Like, how are they doing it? They're brilliantly run, absolutely brilliantly run. If I was Chelsea, because you know there's a whole madness going on over here, bruv, I'll buy the whole backroom start, the whole back setup, change it all around. Go get the whole back setup at Brighton. Because you're forking out crazy amounts of money anyway. You want it run properly, go get all of them. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Because they don't worry about selling. They could sell their top players and then know someone is waiting in the wings or they're getting in someone. Their scout team has got someone ready who will come in and just make an instant impact like that. Do you know what I mean?
Bruv, I mean, I'm just thinking myself, like, let's look at their last lineup here, or we just look at some of their players now for Brighton and stuff, real quickly.
Against us, they were good against us, man.
You
know, Welbs,
Welbeck,
Matoma's
playing well. Minte is playing well for them as well. Pedro, when he gets on, he performs. And
Baleba,
but bro,
quality.
That kid right there, he will be another Caicedo. He will be.
Absolutely quality.
I thought that against you guys, though, he didn't. That weren't the best I've seen him, but I've seen him in better games than that. Do you know what I mean? But the kid's good, though. The kid is so good. And you think it's like a conveyor belt, bro. They're just finding top talents. Like, think about it. They went from Basuma to Caicedo, now Baleba.
Yeah.
Brother, like, it's so well run. Yeah. It's so well run. Like, how do you keep finding these talents? The setup, I don't know. Whoever's there finding these players is getting paid nice.
Yeah. You know what? Their African market is good, you know. Their African, like their African scout, he's the one getting like, look, Baleba's like 20-year-old Cameroonian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not even that. On the South American talents as well.
McAllister, and Cisco,
Caicedo, and Cisco as well.
Yeah,
and Cisco's barely even been starting.
Yeah, Espinan don't start either. And
I don't know what's going on there. That's where I'm confused. This season he hasn't started off that many games because I was like thinking I wouldn't mind Liverpool getting someone like Estepinian because I think he's very, very good. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, he's barely even been getting on this season. Why is that, bruv? They're just good. They're really good, Brighton. Man. They just a Dingra as well, very good attacker. And he's barely been starting because Matoma's been back. Scary.
Well,
Scary.
exactly.
I just thought they
And
got too
obviously
many
Minte's coming. Yeah. Evan Ferguson to come back as well from injury. So
I totally forgot about him. Imagine that when he's back.
Yeah.
Problems. Good young talent.
They got quality. But listen, let's get on to.
I like Ipswich, but bro, yeah, man, that's a Brighton win for me, bro.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Listen, man,
Forest, Brighton home as well.
Yeah. Bro, Forest come to Anfield. Listen, I can't see anything but Liverpool win personally.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, do you know what's mad is because we just about beat them away last season, and that was because of the Nunes last minute winner. Yeah, like Forest have actually been a blip to us for quite some time now. For quite some time, I don't know what it is, but we don't always look that good against them.
Yeah,
I don't know why. There's times where I'm like, we should go there, smash them out of the park, but somehow we lose that battle with them in the midfield. We lose that battle with them in the midfield majority of the time, and a lot of people weren't happy with what happened in that game last season. They felt that it was a foul leading up to the goal that we scored to win it. Because it was something to do with the it was I think it was their ball and he gave it back to the keeper.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall specific, but he did it in the first half to us. Do you know what I mean? But I understand there's going to be a bit of a Forest going to be looking for blood.
Oh yeah,
Forest going to be looking for blood. Do you know what I mean? Then they're not going to like it. But again, like I said, I don't know, man. Somehow we just don't do too well against them. We don't.
Nuno Santo, he's got him playing some good football as well, man.
Yeah. They're one of the sides that I actually do like watching play. They're very entertaining for us. I think where they are, like 9th in the league or something like that. I think they're 9th, 10th. I can't remember who out of them and Spurs.
Yeah, they're 9th at the minute. They just got in obviously Ward-Prowse as well. They've added in Ward-Prowse to the midfield. The Jota Silva, he looks like an exciting player as well.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper, the Brazilian keeper they got as well. He's so
they'll win it or something like that. He's decent.
Yeah,
I think their defender Murillo they're so good, man. I'm surprised no one went for him, to be honest with you. I'm surprised no one went for him. I think if Chris Wood starts with him, I think we'll deal with him. But I just think they'll start with Awani because of his strength. His pace is really, really good. Morgan Gibbs-White always has a decent game against us. He always does. They'll cause us a problem. They will cause a problem for a bit, but right now, man, I don't know, man. My team are playing so well right now. I'm surprised on how well Arne Slot has us playing, bro. I really do. I thought it was going to take a bit of time. I thought it was going to take us a bit of time to get rolling like this. I thought it was going to be maybe November we'll start kicking in. I wasn't expecting this, but then that tells me
so well.
That tells me the players we have are more, I would say, underrated compared to other clubs, or what should I say, our fans and other fans perceive. Maybe they don't rate our players and assume that they're of a quality standard, that they're capable of adapting from one style of play to another, just like that. Because it just seems very seamless.
Exactly.
We are more controlling. considering that when we was under Klopp, it was way more direct. Our build-up's a bit more slower now, but when we do counter, there's an end product. Do you remember? There was so many times last season, bro. Do you remember we was on the run? Even the game against you guys, so I'll never forget the picture you kept sending me of Rice on his own, and there's 4 attackers against him. And I'm thinking, how the hell did we miss? Like, we didn't even score. And we had probably like 6 of those opportunities towards the end of last season. Never scored. We looked awful. But every time I feel that we've gone forward on a break, bro, we're scoring. We just know where.
Salah and Diaz have looked brilliant as well, man.
Bro, Diaz, Jota has played well as well. Szoboszlai has played well. The surprise package out of the lot, even though for me, I've always rated him, but I wasn't expecting Gravenberch to ball like this, bro. Not like this. I knew he's good. He's a good player.
He's been good,
bro. He's literally. I'd arguably say he's probably been our best player. If you take out the goals and assists of what Salah so far has done this season, what Diaz is adding as well with his end product, I'm just looking at all-round play and what's going on. Who's getting the ball? Who's the one who's actually receiving the ball from the back line and making sure it gets to the top? It's Gravenberch, bro.
Yeah. And that's credit to Slot, man. That's credit to Slot because no Liverpool fan could have seen this.
No one. I even when I remember we didn't get Zubimendi in the summer, I was like, man, we need a DM because I like Endo, but I just don't think he's quality enough to play football. And I think he's very, very basic when he's on the ball. So knowing that Gravenberch was the one to get the nod, even over the likes of Jones, Morton, Bajcetic has been loaned out. I was just thinking, boy, I don't know if Gravenberch is ready because he usually plays as a double pivot in the Ajax days, but he was never a solo 6. But at least with Slot, he actually has him as a double pivot with Mac, and it's just worked, bro. It's worked so far. Everything has been of so quality. I mean, even you know what was so good? If you just watch the goal that was disallowed against United, the first one. Just watch that again and how good that was. Where Virgil has the ball, he's getting pressed, and he laces it right into the feet of Gravenberch. It was such a quick pass, but the way Gravenberch took it and knocked it around Mainu, quality, bro, absolute quality. If you take away last season and Liverpool spent 60, 80 mil on him in the summer, just summer gone. No one would actually bat an eyelid. They would just say, yeah, he's literally been worth the money. That's how good he's been for the 3 games so far.
Yeah.
And even for Netherlands the other day. Brilliant.
I want to ask you though
what's the
quick question because no. The butt, so it's a good butt. But I just wanted to ask you a question about Slot mainly, because I've seen Liverpool fans complaining, after the game against Man United, and he kind of was giving tactics away and certain things. A lot of the fans kind of didn't like that. You know how he was just giving away, oh, Man United, they play like this, and this. Fans were saying, things like that he should keep to himself because then you're giving out the gems to
the others.
How do you feel about that?
There's different ways to look at it, though, isn't it? There's different ways to look at it because it's a bit mad. I don't know. Maybe you might have this done for your club, but what I've always noticed is that with Liverpool, every time I look at Sky Sports or I look at TNT or whatever, I even look at Match of the Day sometimes. I always realize they were always showing the tactical setup of my club and the way we play, certain faults that we might have, and why we are sometimes beating teams the way we were. And even when Slot was signed, there were so many vids that were put out like, oh, this is his style of play. This is what he does. Like so much analyzing was going on. And I'm just like, damn, the guy hasn't even got there yet. And you're always trying to show his style of play off or whatever, what he's going to do. I'm like, why do you never do this for the other clubs? I looked at Arsenal Second half of last season, I didn't see no tactical breakdowns at Arsenal. Maybe it did happen for you guys, but I not once did I see anyone say, "Look at Arsenal. This is what they do. This is how they break. This is how they play."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is where the ball goes to. Who's the one who receives it? Who gives it to who? And what? I didn't see that. I didn't see none of that. And I'm thinking to myself, why is it every time Liverpool are doing something, they will show this? And then again, they done it. And I'm thinking maybe Slot has done it to the point where it's like, all right, cool. He's already embedded into the Liverpool blood. He hates Man United as well. And he just wants to give it away. Talks about how they were last season. And he wants to show them what they're doing this season. And everyone's going to think, oh, so this is what United is doing. All right, cool. We'll be set up and ready to go. Because remember, with Liverpool, bro, like when we used to play teams, bro, what I used to hate the most was that everyone played with a low block. The only teams that didn't is your club, City. We just knew when we played U2, we knew we are going to have a good game. Back and forth. It's going to be a lot of adrenaline, a lot of fitness being used up. That is non-stop football. But when we played other teams, we just knew it's going to be a low block because everyone just knew this is the only way to beat us. But I used to look at other teams thinking, why is there no setup similar to you guys? Why is there nothing being set to say, all right, cool, City, we're going to put 8 men behind the ball. Arsenal, we're going to put 8 men behind the ball and just lump it up the field and let the guy run on towards it. Never saw it, but maybe that could be by Slot. But from what I was told, that's a Dutch thing. This is apparently what they do. But I don't know. It seemed a bit, It didn't come across arrogant because it was just a shock that he just broke the play down so easily. Because even I was shocked. Wow, okay, I was shocked he even did it. Even Roy Keane was just like, you knew this was going to be like this. Like, how did you not? Like, he was shocked. You know what I mean? And he was just like, wow. They don't even need to talk about the breakdown of the game because Slots just told you what he
just told you. Exactly.
So the only thing is, if he does it again, then maybe that could be an arrogant thing. But he might learn from not doing it. But we'll have to see in the next one because he never mentioned that. He kind of mentioned a little bit about Ipswich actually, but he didn't go into full detail. He didn't go into full detail. So. Yeah, it was a bit mad. I liked it though. I liked it because I just thought, wow, my coach really knows what he's doing out there. Do you know what I mean? He
done his homework, man.
He does his homework, and that's what I know that this is the coach we got now that's taken over from Jurgen Klopp. Because I was worried, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember saying to you in the last season, man, I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know anything about him. I just remember the name being called out. And I said to myself when I spoke to other Liverpool fans, I'm like, that's going to be the guy. I know we're hearing about Alonso and Amorim, but I said, from when I heard that name that I never heard before, I just knew it was going to be him because my club always does it, bro. We're always linked to all these big star names, but then all of a sudden there'll be this other person that might have been mentioned once, then that's the one we're
just
going
pull
for.
Someone in.
Yeah. And I just knew, it's going to be him. But that, you know what's even shocking as well, when I found out the other week, apparently Chelsea Bowley had him on a plane last summer.
Ready to go there.
It was in the articles. They had him on the plane last summer. They were looking at Arne Slot. He wanted Arne Slot, but the other guy who there's been a fallout, they wanted flipping former Spurs manager. I forgot his name now, man. That's how bad he was, bro. That's how bad he was. But apparently, that's who he wanted.
Okay. He probably would have done all right with them as well, man.
He probably would, but then
it just seems
Spurs are just it's Chelsea, man. They're just weird, bro.
Chelsea.
They're a club that's weird. They're a club that's weird, but
exactly.
That tells me already why there's a fallout. One owner wants something this way, and then the owner wants it that way. Do you know what I mean? But we'll probably move on to him in a bit. Way. But yeah, bro. I mean, I do feel my club though, because we're kind of moving on a bit different for always. I still think my team will get the 3 points, but it's going to be tough.
I think so.
I think it's going to be tough. Yeah, I think we've got 3 clean sheets in a row. The tactical setup defensively has been brilliant. We don't look. What's the word I look? We don't look vulnerable anymore. We don't look vulnerable. We don't look like we're going to concede first anymore. Our centre back partnership. They don't look so. They don't look on their own no more, bro. Like Trent, Robertson, they're not pushed so high up the pitch. We're doing well, man.
Yeah.
I think we'll win it 3-1.
And Van Dijk looks like he'd probably stay as well, man. From what he said some good things. Was it yesterday or the day before? You know, so it looks like Van Dijk will be. He might be signing that new contract.
We'll have to talk about that another day, bro, because
trust me,
there's something that's still worrying me about that, you know, because nothing's going right. There's nothing going right now when it comes behind the scene when it comes to extending new contracts.
I think they'll happen. Trent, the only one I'm questioning is Trent. That's the only one, because I know we know how close he's got to Jude, and Trent's expressed desire to one day play for Madrid in the past. So you know,
it's hard for anyone to turn down, bro. Like anytime Barcelona, Real Madrid, when they go for your players, bro, they put on the charm offensive. They make sure their players will then start going out, clubbing with that player they want. Do you know what I mean? They'll make sure there's FaceTime, phone calls. You know, what are you doing? Yeah, we're going here. Meet us or whatever, bro. When that charm offensive happens, it's too late. It's too. The only thing that's right now is that Trent is from Liverpool, isn't it? Born and raised. He is loved there. His family is loved there. He is the one we sing about having the Scouse in the team. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like that's the only thing that is possible or saving us from having him, you know, renewing his contract. Other than that, there's nothing else, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're right. Clubs. If we don't extend our best forward, our best player, his contract, our best defender, if we don't extend his, Alisson, it looks like he might be let go next summer, which is crazy to me. I still think he's the best keeper in the world. He's basically said he wants to stay, but our club have bought Mamadashvili. Good up and coming keeper, by the way. That's a great signing for the future. But you look at that, you look at Kelleher, who's just said yesterday, look, wow, you know, I've already told him I want to be number one, but clearly they've gone another direction. So, you know, I want to go. So he's already said he wants to go. So when you've got another player like that wants to go, that's worrying for me, bro. You know, Diaz, his contract apparently runs out the year after. There's a lot of contracts that need to be done, brother, and we've left them too late. Way too late. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna go on there, bro. I hope when one signs, then it will just be a catalyst and everyone will be like, cool.
We're signing, I think it's the fact that a lot of players are kind of they could be just waiting for each other, really. Like, listen, are you staying? If you lot are gonna stay, then I'm comfortable in staying. But if I see you lot going, you know what I mean?
That's what
I still think the Klopp thing was a shock to everyone as well, because obviously they didn't expect it.
Yeah,
so I think that might have played a big factor.
I was shocked, bro, because I remember we were the top of the league. We were playing so well. I think we just played you in the FA Cup game. I think we just won. We won the FA Cup, and then when he announced it, it was like, wait, what? Like, where's this come from? You know what I mean? Like, bro, that hit every Liverpool fan for six, and I think it just worried a lot of the players, because I think when they looked at it, it was all right, cool. If he's going, there's been no new contracts. There's the system behind at the club that looks like it's on the downfall, because we don't even have a director of football either. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing was going right at the back at that time either. So it's just, yeah, it's mad, man. I gotta hope contract talks have been open. So far, every one of them players has said no one has come to them and spoke to them about a new contract. Yeah, it's just been bizarre, man. It's been bizarre what's going on. I don't know what the plan is, boy, because I don't see us spending crazy in the summer. I don't even look forward. I don't look forward to transfer windows, bro. I don't.
Don't, cause it's not, man. But listen, before we're out, I just want a quick, maybe a couple minutes on each, on just a few more games. Not too long. First one, obviously, Southampton at home to Man United. That's the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday morning. Southampton are yet to win.
Yet to win, bro. I think
3 of their games.
I think they're bottom, or was it Everton? Oh, no, Everton's bottom, innit?
I think Everton goal difference. Yeah. Everton.
Yeah, Everton's bottom.
So what are we saying for that game, man? And United, you think United?
Lunchtime.
United are going to bounce back?
Yeah. I just feel that with United, a lot of expectations being on because of the amount of players they've signed. But all right, let me be nice to them. They have had some strong fixtures as well. They haven't had it easy. You know, Liverpool they've had, which was tough. You know, we're in great form right now ourselves. I'm trying to remember who else they played, who they lost to. Who did they lose to? Brighton as well. Yeah, Brighton.
Man United, yeah, Brighton.
Yeah,
last minute.
So they and what do you think it is? A last minute goal as well that they conceded. It was tough for them. They've had some tough fixtures. Fulham, I think, was the win they got. Yeah, Fulham was the win they got. They haven't looked that great in attack. Let's be honest. They've not looked that great in attack. Xerxes, he looks a decent talent, but there's something about him that I say that I don't think he's even ready yet. Just like Højlund. They just look like it's going to be like another year or two until they start hitting the ball rolling. They're just not. I don't think they're of a quality standard as strikers. Yeah. So I still think United will win, though. I still think United. I think Southampton, they're going to be a team that's going to get relegated. They come up, they're going back down.
Straight. Yeah, I believe that. I think United will win as well. And you got Man City at home to Brentford. I mean, Brentford have been playing some good football, and Burmo, I think he's been quality so far in the first few games this season. Vissa as well, equally as good.
Yeah, because we beat Brentford. We weren't. It weren't. I would say it was an easy win. It weren't even like that. Brentford really gave us a battle. Do you know what I mean? They're very, very, very tough. If I'm not mistaken, did they not beat City last season?
Was it last season when Tony scored Tony was suspended then, wasn't he? I know it was the season before. The season before they beat him at Etihad. Tony scored 2 goals.
Yeah, it was the Etihad they beat him at. But it would have been the season before. Brentford can do well, man.
I think City are just gonna turn up, man. I don't know. They're just looking good. De Bruyne's looking good.
They are. Haaland, bloody hell, bro. He's gone back into first season Haaland again. Last season he weren't the best. Few injuries and stuff, but this first season where he was banging in goals, that's the Haaland that looks like he's returned. But then we've always kind of known that if De Bruyne's fit, he's available, that partnership's always going to keep working. He'll find him. He'll find him at all the time. I think with Brentford, they have to just be clinical, man. When they get an opportunity on goal, they just got to take it. I just don't. Wissa, I like Wissa. I think he's quality. I think he's a very, very good player for Brentford. I just feel that in front of goal sometimes, man, he's just he
can be wasteful at times.
Very wasteful, bro. Very, very wasteful. losing Tony, it's a big loss. Yes, he didn't play a lot of games for him previous season, but
it's a blow.
Yeah, man. Like if you're not
It's a
replacing him with a quality striker, then what are you doing? They got Carvalho as well. I can't remember if he started in their previous game, but if he plays as a 10, it probably might work out for Brentford. But it's just, yeah, you're probably right. City probably just have enough to get it over the line.
Yeah, I think City gonna do that, man. Last game we'll do. We'll go Bournemouth. Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea are hit and miss, man.
It's a
they
mess.
Go out 1 week, battle Wolves, and you think, okay, they finally arrived, and then they put in a poor performance against Palace in this game.
Can you rate the win over Wolves, considering that Wolves are also in the bottom three?
Not really. Do you know what? Because we played Wolves the first game of the season, right? At that game, I think Wolves, even though we beat Wolves 2-0, Wolves didn't look too bad.
You're right. Correct. Yeah. They actually did give you a fight. They gave you a fight.
Yeah. They looked all right. So going on that performance, I thought to see them crumble the way they did at home as well against Chelsea, it was a shock. It was quite... It was surprising. Bournemouth, obviously, they've brought in Evan Nilsson, ex-Porto striker, seems to be Solanke's replacement.
Yeah.
They got some decent players on their books. Bournemouth,
yeah. Sinister is a very good attacker as well for them.
Yes, very good.
They even got. I think they signed Kepa, innit? They're saying Kepa for goal.
Yep, they got Kepa.
Not bad.
Kepa as well on goal.
Clive actually plays well for them too, actually.
Yeah,
Justin Clive plays quite well for them. They got good. He
has his moments.
Yeah. Also, am I getting it right? Did they sign? Did they get? No, they got Tyler Adams the season before. Was it this summer?
Yeah.
I remember now, you know.
Tyler Adams was it was this summer because he was at was it this summer? No, last summer. But then did he get injury?
That's what I'm probably thinking.
Or was he on loan? Did he get injury? No, he got an injury. I remember Adams got an injury. He did get an injury.
Yeah, because I remember Chelsea tried to get him the summer before, and instead they said, no, we'll go for Lavia instead. I remember that. Man. My club messed up that summer, boy.
Trust me.
Messed up that summer.
Semenyo as well. Semenyo's a great player.
Yeah. Do you know what?
You know,
he is actually a standout attacker in this league right now. He's actually very, very good. Semenyo. He's actually very good. Very dangerous attacker. To be honest, I don't think I could see it being a draw. Because with Chelsea, you just don't know what they're gonna turn up with, bro. You just know Palmer's gonna play well.
Exactly.
Gusto might have a good game. Jackson is hit and miss. Other than that,
Neto. I mean, Jadon Sancho could make his debut.
I forgot they even got him, you know. Yeah. Attack-wise, they're good. Defensively, man, Chelsea are it's a mess, bro.
All over the place.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Because where's Chelsea? What, 11th?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Bournemouth can get. They can get all over. Bournemouth ain't afraid to attack at home, especially. So
yeah,
Chelsea could be in trouble. So yeah, I think I might have to agree with you, man.
Wait, hold on. Did Bournemouth beat him as well last season? Or am I getting it confused with?
I believe they did.
Solanke did score, innit? If I'm not mistaken, I believe Solanke. Trying to think now.
No, last season Chelsea beat them last season 2-1.
Okay.
Sterling and Caicedo. And a Badia short on goal, and the other game at the Vitality was 0-0 last season. So
Bournemouth have always given Chelsea problems. All right, cool, it was an own goal, but it's never been easy. I can see it probably being a draw. There's nothing I'd say with Chelsea that I feel that that's a dangerous team right now. They're not. I mean, if you can keep Cole Palmer quiet, there's nothing really that happens with Chelsea. There's nothing. Yeah, they're just not that side right now.
Yeah.
And they're in a position where we kind of knew that's where they're going to be, bro. You know what I mean? There's nothing new. Nothing new. So do you even see him making top 6 so far at the moment? What you've seen so far this season?
Nah, can't see it.
Yeah, so I know
can't
people
see it. They're just two hit and miss. 2 hit and miss for me. I mean, these decent manager. Do you know what? It all depends. Once he gets the squad settled, and he gets his starting 11 settled. There's a lot of mixed match because you got Modric. They got so many wingers, so many players, so many attacking line. Once he gets,
because even
it's
the
crazy.
Sancho,
once he gets the right 3,
because even the Sancho signing confused me. Maybe he can do well there because apparently, I remember a mate of mine. He said apparently Sancho was a Chelsea fan, but he just kept it quiet for a lot of times throughout most of his career. But apparently he's supposed to be. But when you say attackers, like, bro, why would you sign Neto? You've got Modric, like what you just said. They got Modric. You've now got Sancho all playing out on the left side. Then you've already got Madueke. You've got Cole Palmer already who plays out there. Through the middle, you've got the French guy.
Nkunku, João Felix.
Bro, João Felix. I forgot they even got João Felix. Brother, what is going on there?
That's what I'm saying.
What is going on there? Unless João Felix is supposed to be the striker, I don't know. But it seems like Jackson would always keep getting the nod for some reason. But it's just, I can't tell you who their main lineup is. I couldn't.
It's tough.
I couldn't.
It's tough.
It just seems.
Listen, man, I ain't complaining as long as they keep.
And do you know what's mad though? I want to ask questions to a Chelsea fan. Do they even enjoy transfer window? Do they even enjoy it no more, bro? Like, because me, I'm looking. I'm like, damn.
They seem to. They seem to on Twitter. They seem very excited on Twitter. Like whenever they, when João Felix came back, they were all like, "Yes, he's back home," and all this.
I actually thought he was all right.
I
actually thought he was. I was surprised that he went on loan to Barcelona. To be honest with you, I thought Chelsea would have gone back in for him. I was quite surprised because I thought he'd be all right in the Prem. He did okay in the half season that he did. But then again, that tells me everything about Chelsea. There's too many people with their hands in the pot, bro. And now that's why we're seeing the clashing going on, because one owner wants it this particular way, another says, "Nah, we want it that way." There's nothing that says we have anything in agreement. You're supposed to get one person who's director of football that has a certain way, certain structure, what they want. And then that feeds to the coach that they need that's able to implement what they want in their structure. And then you get the right players, bro. But how many players you got, bro? Maresca, you can tell he's a yes man. He ain't gonna be no star manager. He's a yes man. He's been given an opportunity to run a big club, because if I'm not mistaken, I think a few years ago he was literally playing with Sancho at City, because they know each other from the past or something like that. I can't remember. He was a player only a few years back, Maresca.
Do you know what? No, because he used to be. he used to coach. He used to coach under Pep, yeah. And that whole lie came out where Sancho said, "Yeah, I know him from City." But then when someone put up the timeline, it was like, "No, Sancho was gone before Maresca got there."
Yeah.
So, but you don't know how. Sometimes these players, they could part some.
Some people, everyone speaks behind the scenes because there's sometimes we look at certain players and think, "Oh, I didn't know such and such was a mate with this one over that club and whatever." They always meet up and they go on holidays or whatever. You never know; they could have been speaking, but it just feels at the moment Maresca has no control. He's just got to try and coach and do his thing. And I think a lot of times probably he's forced to play certain players. The only one I see it as is like Mudryk. That kid, he looks like he's fallen apart, bro. He's a player that looks like he's fallen apart. I wouldn't be surprised next summer he's gone. Because it's not worked. It's not worked for him.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. When it goes to January, it'll be 2 years. Yeah, January comes 2 years. He's looking at his agent thinking, I made the wrong decision. He should have forced his way to Arsenal. But I get it. Shakhtar Donetsk they needed the money. They sell into the highest bidder. And Mudryk thought he was doing it because it's for his country, Ukraine, because they was going to get a bit of the money and whatever. So I understood.
There you go.
It was the wrong decision in your career, bro. But the thing is, so many players keep going to Chelsea. They keep going through the same nonsense, bro. The pay packet must be nice, bro, for them to enjoy that.
I mean, you signing the pay packets are big and the contracts are long, so they're looking at the longevity, thinking, "Boy, it was for 7 years. I'm getting 200 bags a week, so I'm set." You know what I mean? So
fully set. Yeah, fully set. But it's just a mess. Because think about it. If you was going to do a starting 11, right? I'm not going to lie. You probably have to pick 2 different teams, and you'll probably struggle to find a first 11 because there's so many good players, but you don't know who's who. You don't know who's the better one out of the lot. It's weird. It's weird over there, bro. It's weird, but I still think it will be a draw. It will still be a draw.
Yeah. So do I. But bro, listen, before we go, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff. Listen, Dubbz, thanks for joining me, man.
There's no problem, bro. There's no problem. You know, one thing you didn't do, you didn't give me your goal score for your North London derby, bruv. What are you thinking?
My prediction.
Yeah. Are you gonna leave for another episode?
We're gonna win it. We're gonna win it. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
All right. Okay.
2-1.
2-1. All right. Cool. Cool.
Let's hope.
Cool. I'll be watching.
We're gonna hopefully be back. Yeah, I think so too, man. We'll be back Sunday anyway. If you're available Sunday, gonna try and go over the weekend's games, and hopefully there won't be no tears from this side, man.
I think it's gonna be entertaining game as always. The last few games haven't been boring. They've been good back and forth. Lots of goals. A lot of energy. Yeah, I think Spurs are going to definitely be up for it because, again, you've got key players missing and it might actually lift the players. You're playing away. So, of course, the Spurs fans are going to make sure that stadium is going to be lifted with loads of noise. They're going to make sure they get behind their team. So, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be a good game, especially for the neutral. I understand. When the actual main fans itself, you lot are going to be hella stressed with what's going on. But the neutrals, I think it's going to be very entertaining.
Definitely. Well, thanks for joining me, bro. I'm going to go out. The battery's about to cut, so we finish at the right time, man.
No problem, King, man. Thanks for having me.
Bless up, man. We'll catch up. Listen, guys, I know you're watching, so like, share, comment, subscribe. That's what you got to do, man.